Third time's the charm, as they say. I have been interrupted twice, once by myself because I got distracted, and another time because I got really distracted. Well, I wasn't even distracted. My father came down, and I didn't want to be weirdly, reading out loud to myself. So, we are going to start from this point because I am flirting with the dudes. So, I'm flirting with Erik this time around, just for all y'all to know. And then after this is either Matthew or Damien, and then the other one, and then Sam. So because I'm flirting with them, and no choices before this point are going to make any difference whatsoever, we are starting from this point. Okay? Okay. When I do go back and do Suzu and Naomi, I will start from the very beginning of the game because choices back then actually affect things. So, and as far as Diana goes, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. And as far as the last dude that's romanceable, that shouldn't be romanceable because he's literally a piece of shit, I might just start from the party. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll fucking see. And I will get started for realsies in just a second. Okay, let's do this. That's when I saw them. Lying on the floor was a group of men. They were all unconscious, but there was no explanation as to why they were there in the first place. I dropped my bags and as I let the door close on its own behind me. Huh? Who the heck are these guys? Why are they here? What's going on? Some of them had open wounds, which is generally not a good thing. And the blood was staining the floor, and the scent was intermingling with the air. I couldn't help but feel bad for them instinctively, but nevertheless I was shocked and a bit angry at the sudden intrusion. But seriously though, I should really call an ambulance for you. My mind suddenly went from caring and concerned to confused and demanding answers. Who are you guys? Their response, as generally happens when people are unconscious. I'll call the police. Still nothing. None of them seemed to be awake to answer or respond to me. It seemed surreal to have random strangers in the house I just moved into, but I wanted answers. Quickly. That was until I turned into... Okay. I said that unconscious people won't usually respond to you unless you're my rogue in my D&D campaign. He set off a blessing with a nat 20 and blessed some unconscious bloody skeletons that couldn't hear him. He's a godless heathen. He just bluffed his way through it. He rolled a bluff check to do that. I wish I was kidding. Get away from me.
Woman, you're going to let me kiss you.
No. Also, I'm not a woman. I couldn't believe it myself, but within a mere blink of an eye, one of the men went from lying on the floor to being right in front of my fucking face. What was even more odd was the fact that I felt serene and calm about it. Slowly, a desire burned from my chest, telling me to accept his kiss, even when my mind learned how to read. I'm wearing my glasses. I don't even have an excuse, except for maybe I'm a bit tired. My mind vehemently refused. Go for it.
Good.
I'm gonna punch him 5 times. Oh, don't make it awkward. As he kissed me, I could feel my body go weak. I didn't know why, but that kiss was draining me of my energy. And yet, it was so good and made my heart sing. It was a strange and tingling feeling that danced over every nerve on my body. I could feel streams of intangible energy run up my body into my lips. It felt odd, but at the same time, it felt amazing.
Sam, stop it.
I'm sad I can't flirt with him. Don't make it awkward. The person kissing me, Sam was his name, glanced behind him.
I said stop. Now.
Y'all, it's my boyfriend. My husband. Y'all.
Fine.
I hate when they do the Moni thing. It's stop making this awkward. Finally, he pulled back and I was left standing there in a daze. What? Uh-huh. I couldn't tell what was going on. My mind was completely enwrapped by the kiss and my thoughts that melted into the depths of my forgotten memories, whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean.
Please forgive my brother. He's a bit reckless.
I have Kit Kats on the floor. I kind of want to eat one.
At least I feel a hell of a lot better than you right now.
Because you used your abilities on her.
Okay, here's how the flirting is going to go. James, Erik, Damien, Matthew, Sam, Suzu, Naomi, Diana. And then I'll do the other endings. There's like there's a non-romance ending. There is that doesn't end in me dying. There's one that, well, actually, there's like 3 of them that are obtainable through Diana. One of them is dying. Another one is, you're not human anymore. A third one is the debatable death one. And then Diana still gives you the non-romance ending, but that's just because she's Diana. And then I feel like there's another ending that I should be like concerned with. Like, another ending. No, I think this might be it. Alright, fine. And then we'll flirt with the other dude that I absolutely fucking hate. Like, I hate him more than Sam, and that's saying something.
Sam, you're such a reckless brute. Taking advantage of a beautiful young woman like her.
I'm not a woman, but thanks, I guess.
Shut that pretty boy mouth of yours before I rip it off your pretty boy face.
That pretty boy happens to be my new boyfriend.
Sheesh, you guys. Can we not fight right now? Not all of us are in the best state.
I guess you are right, Matthew.
I agree.
It's like, James is my favorite, Damien's my second favorite, but there's a reason I'm saving him until later. Then Erik and Matthew were kind of tied at third favorites. Probably Erik and then Matthew, but not much of a difference between them. And then, like, Sam is, like, so far behind. But then, like, Suzu, Naomi, and Diana are above him. But he's above the other guy, so. However, as the men got up and started to chat freely, my thoughts began to reassemble, and I remembered my confusion and anger once again. Only now multiplied tenfold. What?
Huh? Did you say something beautiful?
And I exploded. What is going on? Why the hell are you all here in my house? Why are you all wounded? Why did you kiss me? Who are you guys? I couldn't help exploding, but after being taken advantage of and being left in a mush state, my words escaped without filter. I definitely scared the men around me, even the man who kissed me. Wait a second. The guy who kissed me.
Ouch! What's your problem?
What's your problem? You can't just go around forcing people to kiss you like that. Are you some kind of pervert?
Pervert! It was only a kiss!
It might mean nothing to you, but it means a lot to me.
What? Was it your first kiss? Ow! Hey! What was that for?
I know first kisses aren't exactly amazing and full of sparkles and something out of a fairy tale, but I at least expected it to be more than just something forced.
So it was your first kiss. Stop making such a big deal out of it.
Are you asking to get punched again?
Well, what do you want me to do? It's not like I can somehow take it back.
Violence!
Ow! You're just being violent now!
You deserved it. Anyway, if you don't have to pull any funny business in the future, just a fair warning, I know Taekwondo. I think I've bickered enough. Time to get back to the main issue. Let's get down to business, to defeat. What exactly are all of you doing in my house?
Miss, please forgive us in our intrusion. We didn't know this abode belonged to anyone, nor did we have the time to take that into consideration.
What do you mean? You don't just barge into people's homes.
We wouldn't have had to if we weren't as wounded as we are currently.
make out with me.
We just escaped from a deadly
Wait.
fight that could have ended our lives.
Trying to flirt with your younger brother.
Luckily for us, your home was near and the windows were unlocked, so we quickly came inside.
Dude, can you believe that Damien's the youngest? Because I can't. I cannot believe that Damien's the youngest. I thought he was like the third oldest. Oh my god. Because Eric's the second oldest. Matthew's the fourth. But Damien's younger than him. I don't know how, but he I was like, no. There's no way. The last time I remembered, there were laws preventing strangers from stepping on private property. Trespassing laws. Although, considering the severity of their wounds, it had to be serious. I guess it explains the wounds, but not why he kissed me. He had absolutely no right to do that.
Well, lovely flustered lady.
I'm not a lady.
It's hard to explain, truly. We're not exactly normal.
Not normal? What are you guys? Witches. Are you a wizard? Are you a wizard, Harry? Demons or something? I asked, almost jokingly. But who the fuck says demons right away when somebody's like, I'm not exactly normal? Oh, what are you? Are you a witch like Graves? I just keep thinking about Graves. I want to flirt with Graves. But I can't. But the boys seem to take my question differently. Hello, my third.
Well, yeah, actually, something like that.
I actually flirted with James first. Jamie, well, I attempted to get James first. I did not get James first. I got Diana first. But I did James first, Damien second, Erik third, Matthew fourth, and Sam fifth. Which Sam isn't as terrible as he seems. He's just mostly as terrible as he seems.
We're incubi, miss. Demons who consume and use sexual energy of humans to survive.
I can't tell you how many times I've done James's route. Incubi, the fabled demons that existed to haunt humans and make them sex-crazed monsters. The mythical beings that could look like anyone just to get into your pants. The imaginary monsters you only saw in movies or on TV. The monsters and demons or whatever that are gonna, have kinky tentacle porn with... Listen, I'm telling you right now that Eric's sex ending ends in tentacle porn. I wish I was kidding. But it does. We should have taken the shower sex. Oh my god, we almost had shower sex. And then my character's like, no. You'll see.
Hello? Did you hear him?
I was thinking about tentacle porn.
We're telling the truth.
Do you think she's still processing it?
Yes, and she'll understand right about...
Right. It was funny while it lasted, but it's time to cut the joke short. Incubuses and succubuses don't exist. There's no way they existed. That would be practically impossible.
Ahem. Incubi is the correct plural form. And yes, we do exist.
Fuck me into the mattress. What? Prove it. Where's your evidence, Edgeworth? Yeah, that's what I thought. As soon as the words left my mouth, I instantly regretted them.
Very well. Erik, go ahead.
Very well.
Oh no.
My sweet, you're so tempting with such non-belief.
I swear he's not as bad
Let
as
me
he
ease
seems.
your mind with a tender kiss. I promise you'll enjoy every minute of it. And maybe you'll even want more.
He's actually like a total sweetheart. What? Once again, I was lost in a pool of calm and serenity. Staring into Eric's eyes, I felt waves of heat course through my chest and onto my face, painting my cheeks red in their wake. I couldn't help but nod and agree to his offer. Yeah, okay. I'm flirting with you anyway, it doesn't matter. Oh god, stop making it awkward. With another kiss, my heart began to flutter once again in my chest, and my mind was sent spinning, and I got distracted. My mind was sent spinning in a heated, passion-filled pleasure, yet I could feel my body drain of energy as he kissed me.
All right, that's enough.
Aw, very well. I feel so much better.
Please stop making this awkward, all of you. As he pulled away, I was left in a mental mush pull. I felt weak in the knees, despite my will demanding me to stand straight in front of the boys before me. The world around me began to spin as I tried to speak. I think I'm going to...
Where are our manners? I'm James, and these are my brothers. Sam, Erik, Matthew, and Damien.
Well, obviously, if you've watched my playthroughs before, you would know which order they're, which one they are. By the way, the thing that really cracks me up is that, number one, James's color is actually gold, but he doesn't wear, any gold. But then, Eric's color is red, Matthew's color is blue, and then, Sam's color is green. So those three are, color-coded, right? But then Damien's color is fucking black. That's not even in their age order.
Miss,
I think.
are you okay?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Shit. She fainted.
I couldn't believe it. Incubi. Real. I spun around in my head until I saw only black. Floating in the darkness, my mind kept replaying the scene over and over again, reminding my body of the touch of the incubi's lips against mine. However, I began to feel the smooth silk rounding my eyelids unwillingly opened. Where the fuck? I woke to find myself in an unfamiliar place. Where's Mom? Dad? That shady-ass lamp is back. I was pretty sure this wasn't my room. Oh, wait. I lived at my grandfather's house now. Of course it would be unfamiliar. I rubbed my eyes and surveyed my surroundings. Let's see here. Aside from my shady-ass lamp in the corner, there's also, shady-ass fucking pottery. I don't trust the pottery. I was still in the clothes that I arrived at the house in, but I was laying in a silk-covered bed. I remembered coming in the afternoon, so why was it nighttime already? Crap, man, I would take a fucking nap. Suppressing a yawn, I stretched my arms. Maybe I should order some food for delivery. I was getting pretty hungry. I was about to sit up, but I suddenly realized that I wasn't alone. Dun dun dun!
You're awake.
Since when was he standing there? And who the heck was he? A guy in my bedroom? Did we? Not yet. Sorry, I think I was saying my thoughts out loud. Why was I apologizing? To a stranger who said only 2 words since I woke up. Wait, he looked eerily familiar, as if I had played this game before. And then it all came back to me. Incubus. He was an incubus, and I fucked James into anyway, he and his brothers came here for refuge, and 2 of them kissed me. And then I fainted. And that was how things came to this. Oh! He was leaning against the far wall, looking at me. My heart began to race as I thought of the endless list of possibilities this situation brought me. I hated the thought of being under an incubus's power, especially in a bedroom. You know what? Because I'm going for Erik, I'm just gonna, take every option, only the options that are for Erik. I instantly jumped up and grabbed a pillow, covering myself with it. I felt stupid, yes, but who knew what this guy could do? Do your worst! This time I'm prepared! He didn't move. I guess that he wasn't going to attack me. Sorry. One thing still concerned me, though.
I'm not going to use my powers on you.
How?
I can read minds. It's an ability I was born with. Each of us has a different ability, outside of our usual mind-altering powers.
Great! Even more surprises! I grew even more worried about the situation I was in. I see. How long have I been asleep?
For a few hours. It's already gotten quite dark outside.
No shit, Sherlock. I mean, where are the others?
My brothers are downstairs, cleaning up the blood from the lobby floor. And making you dinner as an apology.
It better be a good dinner. And it better not have bacon and eggs, so fucking help me. I mean, that's unexpectedly sweet.
Oh, it's the least we can do after invading your home and 2 of us using our powers on you.
You've got a point. Right. I had forgotten about that. It still irked me that they had practically taken advantage of me at that point. Even if they were demons. It was pretty rude to demonstrate their powers by kissing me. It wasn't some kind of human plaything. All of this seemed pretty unreal. It was like something out of those romance novels that Naomi sometimes read. I wish I could have just not suffered through poor writing. Back to sleep and forgotten all about this. Maybe I should have just called the police on them. Then I would have never landed myself in this situation.
Do you feel well enough to get out of bed?
How do I know that y'all are... Wait. I'm like, how do I know that y'all are actually incubi? How do I know that you're not just like a bunch of crazy dudes that are lying to me and living in my house? Then I can't carry my thoughts. Better think pure thoughts while I'm around him. Yeah, I think so.
Trust me, I won't let you go.
That shady ass lamp is checking out my ass, I can tell. I'm not so sure about this.
I promise.
Okay. I trust you.
Good.
I was speechless, honestly, because, you know, I'm still, like, thinking about how fast she just accepted this. Like, this is an issue I have. He was carrying me as if I weighed nothing. He was so strong.
Thank you.
Yeah. I forgot.
It's all right. I'm used to it.
I decided to close my mouth for the time being so that I wouldn't weird him out or think things more awkward than they already were. Well, he didn't seem to mind carrying me or listening to me talk, so at least things weren't too strange. Damien seemed very quiet and calm about everything, especially with the situation we were in. However, there was a sort of longing in his eyes when he looked at me that wasn't lustful. It was more in admiration. Once we reached the lobby, I decided that I felt well enough to walk on my own. As strong as he was, it was like he was carrying nothing. I didn't want to make him carry me everywhere. Yeah, that would be mortifying. Thanks for carrying me, but I think I can walk by myself now. Not saying that I didn't like it. I mean, I liked it, not in a weird way, of course. It's not like I could carry it around all the time. What I'm trying to say is that it was really nice of you to do that. I stuttered. I'm so good at this. I started to fumble over my words again. Real smooth.
It's no problem. I'll be heading to the dining room then.
I have like a cold. Alright, see ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. He gently... I really wouldn't want to be him. He learned how to read because I can't. He gently lowered me to the ground before he walked off quietly, disappearing into the shadows of the dark foyer.
Oh, hi.
I don't know, this foyer doesn't look very dark to me. There's like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's like 15 fucking lights in this room. No, wait, more. Hold on. 1, 2. 17 lights in this fucking room. Suddenly, a boy who looked around my age, or possibly younger, bounced up to me. He looked vaguely familiar. Oh, wait. You're Matthew, right?
Mm-hmm, that's me. Are you feeling any better now? We were all worried when you suddenly passed out.
I'm fine.
Really? Your face is kind of red. Do you feel sick?
No, I'm fine. I'm sure of it. I must have been blushing when Damien carried me downstairs. How embarrassing.
Well, if you say so. I hope Sam and Erik didn't make you upset.
Sam, yes. Erik, no. It's okay. After all, I did hit Sam after what he did. And about Erik, I just wanted you guys to prove to me what you were saying. I suppose incubi are real then. You know, honestly, I would be like skeptical, but at the same time I'd be like, I want to believe this. I wondered how exactly I got myself into this mess. First my grandfather, then a fight with my father, blowing up a list set, and now this? I certainly had a knack for getting myself into sticky situations.
Oh, I have an idea.
He shoved his hands into his pockets with a cheery grin on his face.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Is he trying to do a magic trick?
Ta-da!
What is that exactly? He smiled as if to wave it off, but when he opened his eyes and saw what he was holding, his face froze in shock.
Wait a second. What did I just make? This is...
What he produced from his pocket was a creepy-looking doll.
Ah, what is that?
I'm not sure. His face paled considerably, and he dropped it onto the floor, scooting away from it frantically.
Get it away from me! It might be possessed by a demon or something!
But isn't he a demon himself?
That's not what I wanted to make! I just wanted to surprise you with a stuffed animal or just something to cheer you up. That looks like it came straight out of a horror movie.
I don't know how the fuck he managed this. He slumped his shoulders and looked down at his feet. Oh, it's okay. You don't have to look so dejected. I mean, it's certainly unique. You can have it.
What? I appreciate the thought, but no thanks.
That's too bad. Are you sure? Picked up the doll and waved it around him. It was funny teasing him.
Ah! Help! It's gonna kill me!
Probably. I mean, alright, I'll stop.
Anyway, I'm heading back to help out with the food. You can come over if you're hungry.
I think I'll go with you then. Something smells good, and it better not be bacon and eggs. My stomach rumbled in agreement. I was starving.
Oh, the girl's awake.
I'm not a girl. And excuse you, I have a name, you know. That's like the exact same thing I said last time.
Should we really care?
Sam, I will roast that tongue for dinner if it doesn't stop flapping in that idiotic mouth of yours.
I'm gonna carry my fist into your face if you don't shut up, Sam.
Whatever.
I apologize for his attitude.
That's cool, babe.
Good. I hope you'll enjoy the meal we prepared for you.
Meal? For a second, my mind didn't understand what James meant. Maybe it was the doll getting to my head and distracting me. Ah, that's right. Damien and Matthew mentioned they were making dinner as an apology. Oh, wait, you didn't have to.
We insist. Besides, it's quite impossible to undo our cooking, even if you command us to.
Alright, well, thank you. Matthew put down the last of the plates on the table and bowed a bit exaggeratedly to me, gesturing to the table with a sweeping motion.
Ah, there we go. Dinner's all served.
The table was filled with various foods from an eclectic selection of cuisines. One portion of the table was filled with elegantly plated Asian foods, and another portion with some yummy-looking desserts. And there were yet more and more plates than I could have possibly imagined. Whoa, that's a lot of food. And it all looks so good.
We hope you enjoy it, my sweet.
What? Sweet? Me?
That's enough, Erik.
You're no fun, James.
I don't need to be fun, Erik. Miss, please follow me.
He sounds like Naomi. God, Naomi, learn how to have fun. I know how to have fun. You don't need to be wild to have fun. I don't know what came over me, whether it was his politeness or maybe his power or maybe his just like, God, he's so hot. Look at him. I banged him, guys. Let's admire this fact. I fucked him. I couldn't help but take his offered arm. Jim seemed very kind and intelligent, but aside from that, there was something that really set him apart from his brothers. Not to mention he didn't really seem to hold much appreciation for them.
Miss, I have to ask, why do you live alone?
Oh, well, it's kind of a long story.
I'm all ears if you wish to tell.
No. It's fine. Maybe another time.
Very well. Here's your seat, then.
Let me get your chair for you, lovely lady.
I don't understand. Like, how far away was I standing that it's like, here, take my arm so that I may lead you to the dining table. Here, let me get your chair. Like, oh my God, I feel like I was like standing like right next to the table. Like, so guys, dinner. Ooh. Erik was very charming, and his smile pulled at my heart. The way he kept flirting with me definitely designated him as the charmer of the demons. Yet there was a little distance in his eyes.
By the way, I apologize for my behavior earlier. Stealing your second kiss like that.
Huh? Oh, yeah. But I didn't believe that they were incubi. It's fine, I guess. I mean, you didn't just get up and grab a kiss for no reason.
I'm not as forward, unlike Sam.
Suddenly, Erik leaned in and whispered in my ear. Oh god, it's gonna be right in my ear. I hate when this happens.
I won't lie though.
Oh, stop doing
I
that.
enjoyed kissing you and feeling you melt in my arms.
This is like that time when I had my iPod playing and France just whispered in my ear and it scared the crap out of me. I was torn between smacking him and trying to play it cool. Be cool. Be cool, as in B-E-E. Get it? You sure are quite the charmer.
Yes, I am known for that.
As much as I do appreciate the constant compliments, you don't have to keep talking to me like that.
Like what?
He batted his eyelids as if he had no idea what I was talking about, and I couldn't help but laugh. Well, like you're trying to get into my pants half the time.
I can assure you, I'm just a lover of beautiful women.
I'm also not a woman. Something tells me there's more to it than that. For a moment, he looked away, losing a bit of his smile. Before I could question it, though, he turned back to me with a new teasing smile.
Did you want there to be more?
He's like Zellos. I didn't want to hit him, but I didn't know how to react, so I couldn't look at him. He merely chuckled again in my ear. Oh no, don't do it right in my ear, please, God.
Sorry. You just look so cute when you're blushing.
Okay, he didn't do it directly in my ear. I felt my face heat up simply from his words, and then felt Erik take my hand and kiss it gently.
I hope you'll enjoy dinner, however, my dear.
Oh my god, thanks Zellos. He's like literally Zellos. He's like Zellos and Tamaki had a child. I drew my attention back to the dishes. I was both intrigued and slightly scared by the amount of food they made. Seeing my expression, Erik leaned forward and proudly smiled, gesturing to all the dishes with a dramatic sweep of his arm.
I made almost all of the dishes myself.
My leg itches. Humorously enough, Matthew looked at him with a shocked expression, as if he was betrayed. His face changed instantly to that of a frown.
And I'm the Queen of the Nile.
What's that supposed to mean?
Me, you, and James did the work together, dummy.
What was Sam doing this entire time?
It's you, James, and I, Matthew.
Little boys will always make mistakes.
They're literally the oldest too, and he's just... Matthew looked at James in disbelief, probably for siding with Erik, and he annoyedly swiveled back to Erik to confront him. Yeah. Me, an intellectual. Fuck off.
I'm not a little boy. I'm barely a year younger than you.
Yeah, okay, I need to point this out for a minute. Matthew says I'm barely a year younger than you. He is younger than Sam and Erik, as well as James. Like, he's the fourth, right? Their dad literally banged 5 different women. None of them have the same mom. None of them. You need to control your dick, sir.
Well, you certainly don't act like it.
Ha ha. I really couldn't help but laugh. Matthew seemed very much like a kid. He was adorable. However, I couldn't help but feel like, in a way, he was so much more mature than the others. Especially Erik.
Huh? Is something funny?
No, it's nothing at all. Thank you for the meal, all of you.
Oh. You're welcome, miss.
Such a well-mannered young lady. Beautiful inside and out.
Not a lady.
Erik, knock it off.
Yeah, stop calling me a lady. In agreement with Matthew, Sam, who's done absolutely nothing with his useless life, cocked up his head and glared at Erik.
Seriously, you're getting really annoying with that suck-up act.
It was obvious that Sam was the bad boy of the group, and he fits this trope wonderfully, and he reminds me of another character that I don't like very much, and I'm not going to mention what character that is, because then all of you will judge me, because that character ends up with, like, the main character, but I think that the main character should have ended up with the character I preferred, and basically it was a love triangle, and it was really annoying, and just... he had this big tough act, and it was obvious he was physically stronger than the rest of the guys. But was there more to him than that? Actually, yes, but I don't care.
I'm just trying to be a gentleman. The young girl has already gone through so much. She deserves a good treatment.
I'm not even gonna bother, changing the pronouns all the time. Just so y'all know. Just so y'all know. Y'all. No. I use neutral pronouns. You'll see that in Hustle Cat, which I'm doing after this one. God.
There's a difference between being a gentleman and being an obnoxious flirt.
I think he's fine.
Schooled even by James. You're gonna need some cold water for that burn.
Every time I hear this line, every single fucking time. Damien just comes in like, suck it, fuckers.
By the way, I don't believe we caught your name even though you know each of us.
I'm B.
It's a pleasure to finally know your name.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, that's a nice name.
Thanks. It's 3 letters long and it's an insect, as I mentioned last time. They were all comfortable around me, despite the awkward situation we were in. It's as if it were natural for them to be around humans. I guess that was just how incubi worked. But I was still curious about one thing. Excusez-moi. I meant to say in French last time that I didn't. All at once, they looked at me. I didn't know why, but having all of them look at me made me feel kind of important. Like a queen or something.
What is it, miss?
I wanted to thank you for the food, but I still want to know why you all came here. I feel like I don't quite understand. Understand? Yeah, like being told that a bunch of incubi randomly appearing in your house is completely understandable. I want McDonald's.
Oh, how do we explain?
We were attacked. We came here to heal. What's so difficult to understand?
I literally want McDonald's.
Now you're just being rude, Sam.
I'm just saying, how is that difficult to understand?
No, I mean, what specifically happened, dipshit?
Well, you see, we've been traveling around for quite some time now. Just recently we came into town, but we were jumped by this band of misfits.
Misfits. I guess that's one way of describing them.
So, in order to escape and heal, we came here for shelter. Again, we apologize for the mess we made.
I feel really bad about something, but oh well. It's fine, I guess. So, you're all better now, right?
Yup, all thanks to you.
Me?
You see, beautiful, we feed on sexual energy. But we don't just get it from kissing lovely ladies such as
No,
yourself.
lady.
We can simply touch someone's hand to obtain sexual energy. Everyone carries sexual energy, you know.
But what if you're sex repulsed asexual? Like, also, like, the thing that I get from this is that it's like, it was more of like a, like, we're gonna take your life force through having sex with you sort of thing. Like, I was still in shock about their powers. It wasn't just kisses that gave them power. It was anything physical. No wonder I was out for a while. I want to sleep. These incubi intrigue me, but at the same time, I could almost hear a warning siren going off in my head.
Is there anything else you wish to know?
Well, I could stop yawning. What do you all plan to do now?
Yeah, what are we gonna do now, James?
That is a very good question. We just got here and surely we'll be hunted again if we leave.
We can take him easily.
Not without more training, Sam. The result of that was clearly evident in our last encounter with them.
At that moment, I didn't know what came over me, but I suddenly felt sorry for them. They couldn't possibly survive out there. If they didn't know it was illegal to break into people's homes, their homes, they probably didn't know a bunch of other stuff. They probably wouldn't. They probably would cause chaos all over town, like breaking into the zoo, releasing animals, that sort of shit. Or, on the flip side, they could be taken in for questioning and be poked and prodded like lab frogs for research. I don't think that most people are going to believe me that they're incubi. That was even worse. But most of all, they reminded me of back then. Flashback. I was standing alone. The entire classroom was filled with laughter and chatter, but I stood in the midst of it, quiet and alone. It was strange seeing the whole world pass in front of me with such vibrancy, all while I stood there. On the plus side, I wasn't engaged in any of the drama that might have arisen, like scribbling on somebody's paper for revenge or kicking someone too hard. It was kind of nice just standing back and watching things pass by and life go on. I had long before convinced myself that I preferred being alone. I often said to myself in encouragement, yeah, I want to be alone. There's no one I like better than me, so I'll spend more time with myself. But there was a certain bitterness that, coupled with being alone, made me feel so sad. There was a difference between being alone and lonely. I just didn't realize that at the moment. Even after that moment, my father and my mother, there was no one to turn to. I was so lonely. That's when I decided on it right then. I was going to see my grandfather. I didn't care if my father wouldn't take me. I was going to walk on my way over there and see what he had to say about it. I had never met him before. Before then, what better time to see him than... What? If no one else was going to help me with what I was feeling, I might as well have turned to him. So after school, I decided to walk there. I had no idea how to get there, and I was armed with only a scrap of paper with the address scribbled on it. As a 7-year-old, I obviously had great ideas. I soon became lost, and like always when I did feel, like I always did when I felt lost, I just stood there on the sidewalk and started crying because I'm a crybaby. My back pressed up against the wall, and I was looking at the strangers passing by. And like always, people continue to pass by, and life continues to go on. I was sadder than ever. I had ended up in the situation I was originally in. Nothing had changed. I thought that I was silly for even thinking that I could change things with my own hands. That wasn't until a voice brought me back to reality.
Hun, is that you?
B. I looked and saw an unfamiliar face, but it was obvious that whoever was talking to me knew who I was. And from that moment, things began to change. Life began moving as rusty joints, and I realized that things were moving forward. Suddenly, I'd become part of the crowd that moved like a blur past me. I was no longer someone who stood still and watched others hurry past me. Life had changed. I had changed, because the very person who found me that day was my grandfather. I had the opportunity to help them, though. Would I? I wanted to, but I wasn't sure if that was the best idea. Also, I had to read that really fast because I just didn't feel like dealing with that flashback. After all, 5 demons in my house wasn't exactly the living arrangement that I had imagined when I first moved in. 1 demon. Maybe 2. I'm maybe thinking of Sebastian and Claude, but there's the matter of making sure no one found out about their powers. Thinking about them as lab rats made my stomach queasy. And even if they passed for humans, how would I explain having guys living in my house? Imagine if my friends came over. They practically think I was part of a reverse... It's not a harem, it's a reverse harem. Or something. Oh god. Imagine if my parents came over. I think my mom would faint. Who knows what my dad would do? I think we'd have them arrested on the spot. Ugh, this was hard. Maybe I should have written out a pros and cons list before actually having to make the decision.
Don't worry too much about it. You have plenty of time to decide.
My
Besides,
elbow hurts.
You should do what makes you happy as well.
It was strange that I happened to remember what my grandfather said to me when I was little, but it did kind of make sense. They weren't in the same exact situation that I was in before, but I did want to help them out. I think it would ease my conscience and also make me a bit happy to give them help, as weird as that sounded. Clenching my hands into fists, I strengthened my resolve to speak up. How is this gone on for so... Well, you could...
What was that, lovely lady?
Lovely. Just lovely. Just call me lovely. That is,
Spit it out already.
I'll spit my fist into your fucking face, fucker. You could stay with me here, if you'd like. As soon as I finished my sentence, the room became still. Not sure what went through their heads from my words. The silence in the air cut like a knife until I finally spoke up once more. It seemed like you all needed a place to stay, and, well, I just moved into this giant house, so it seemed like it made sense. It was still quiet in the room. I decided to keep talking. If you would like to stay here, though, there are 2 things that I need all of you to follow.
Yes?
First of all, you can't use your powers or deliberately learn how to read. Do something that might harm me or any guest that comes over. Well, save for enemies, but you get the drift.
That sounds reasonable.
Second, you have to help me with any errands and chores and shit around the house. This place is kind of big. So, yeah. I can cook and I can plunge a toilet, and that's about it. So, good luck.
That is a generous offer, miss. Are you sure that would be okay? We don't wish to burden you any more than we already have.
Listen, if you do everything else in the house, then I'm cool with it. It's alright, really. I mean, I just started living here myself, so I'd appreciate some help around the house.
A wonderful idea. We'll live here and train while helping you with the house. Servants for the lovely princess.
You can call me princess.
What? Are you serious?
I have a Ralts named Princess, and I love her.
Shh, be quiet, Sam. I haven't slept in the bed for days.
I also have a shiny Ralts, and she's my white version. I also have a Gardevoir. Okay, oh my god. I have my Gardevoir named Ion, and I love him. And he's in my Alpha Sapphire. And then I have my shiny Gallade, which is all, like, they're all originally my Alpha Sapphire. My shiny Gallade, and I love him. And then I have my Kirlia, and I love her. And I have my Ralts named Princess, and then I have my other Ralts, and she's shiny. And I traded her over to my Y version so she can be part of my team, so I can have a, like, shiny Mega Gardevoir. Yeah. And they all seem to like the idea, except for Sam. And hey, I didn't really hate the idea either, even if they were incubi. It'd be interesting having 5 guys help me with taking care of the house, given they would follow the rules that I just laid down.
Fine, but we're not staying here forever. Only until we can beat up that group of punks.
I think that is a reasonable time limit for our stay.
Yes, this is awesome.
Also beautiful. If you need a bedfellow.
Wink wonk.
Erik, knock it off.
I was happy that they agreed. Maybe it was because I wasn't going to be lonely for a while. Maybe it was because they all needed help and my want to help people was fulfilled. I would never be sure.
So what are we waiting for? Let's celebrate and dig in.
Finally, I'm starving.
Instantly, Matthew and Sam began to stuff themselves with the food on the table. I noticed James's eye twitching in irritation, so I stifled my incoming laugh.
Really, you two? You're both acting like pigs.
Oh, let them have a little freedom, James. It's not like we've eaten recently either. I'm sure they've been starving.
Still, that's no excuse for stuffing their faces like backyard swine.
I almost couldn't hold it in. So I didn't. I couldn't hold in my laughter anymore. As I laughed, Matthew and Sam looked my way, faces stuffed.
Is something funny?
What are you laughing at?
I stopped to catch my breath. I leaned over the table and took a few breaths before replying. You're both so funny. Both of their faces turned a slight pink before they looked away from me, and they swallowed the food in their mouths.
Shut up! We're not funny. We're hungry.
Well, we're glad that we made you laugh.
Shut up, Matthew!
What? I'm just saying.
This interaction is actually hilarious.
See, James, it's entertainment for her.
I'm sorry, James. They were funny to me. At least they enjoyed the food. As I watched, I took a couple of pieces of food for myself and placed them on my plate before eating as well. Eventually, we all ate dinner together. I guess finished eating dinner? I don't fucking know. It was strange eating with just guys, but they were enjoyable to be around. They made me feel like part of their family as we ate together. However, our peace was soon disturbed. It's my mom. Excuse me. Hello?
Hey, honey, how are you? I'm sorry I didn't get to see you off.
Mom, I heard you talking shit about Suzu in school again today. I mean, hi, Mom. Everything's fine. I'm actually eating dinner right now.
Oh, good, good. So there was food there. Well, your father wanted me to call and talk to you about having a house party tomorrow night to celebrate the new house and all.
I actually don't think my mom has a name. If she does, I don't remember what it is. A house party? Tomorrow night? So soon?
Your father insists. You know how he is with events.
I just need to ask, is my phone wallpaper the exact same wallpaper, just in a different coloring as the wallpaper on my walls? It looks slightly different. It's hard to tell. You know what it is the same as? The fucking text box on the bottom. I knew exactly what she meant. He didn't like long, relaxing periods between important events. It was slightly messed up. I was expected to act on the drop of a dime, moving immediately the day after a funeral to my grandfather's house to now organizing a party. I know. Well, since I don't exactly have you two here to help me arrange it, I'm going to need some time to prepare things.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, Suzu and Naomi can help.
The ones we were talking shit about today?
And you know how your father is.
I know. I have to do it myself. He won't help.
I'm sure it'll be amazing, honey. I have faith in you.
Thanks, Mom.
All right, I gotta go. I love you, sweetie.
I love you too, Mom. Great. Now how am I going to do this?
Is something wrong?
She has to organize a house party for her parents.
Wink wonk. I mean, how did you... Oh, right. Mind reading. But yeah, I gotta do it sooner. My parents will be really disappointed. I'll have to stay up and organize everything tonight.
Hey, why don't we help you? That's what we're here for, right?
I don't see why not.
I can name a few reasons why we shouldn't.
I can name a few reasons my fist should join your face.
Sam?
Back off.
We'll take care of everything, miss. Just leave everything to us.
That was surprising. I didn't think the boys would offer to help right off the bat. I couldn't help but smile. I was actually rather thankful now that I let them stay. Now I didn't have to do everything alone. As I kept thinking about it, I couldn't help but yawn.
Feeling a little tired over there, princess?
Yeah, it's been a long day. At least tomorrow's the weekend, so I can sleep in. Then it hit me. Wait, where are you all going to sleep?
We found some guest rooms on the opposite end of the house from the master bedroom. I'm sure those will do just fine.
Oh, got it. Alright then, I'm heading to my room to study and sleep. I guess I'll see you all tomorrow?
Have a good night.
I will. You too. Wink. And with that, I left the dining room and went to my room.
Erik, no.
What? I wasn't going to do anything.
Yes, he was.
Shh!
And that's where we're going to stop part 1 of Erik, which is actually part like 8 or something. I don't know.